Never stand in the path of a star.
If this is the end,
Let's go, boys. Welcome to Challenge in 3. Today I'm playing Aurelion Soul. Aurelion Soul is fucking sweet. I've fallen in love with this narcissistic dragon who has unmatched roaming potential, perfect team fighting abilities, and enough kill pressure in lane for level 1 and 2 solo kills. Before getting into the specifics of Soul, I want to lay out to you its bread and butter, and that's level 1, 2, and 3. A lot of people tell me, Midbeast, Aurelion Soul's laning phase is bad, it's garbage, you can't do anything, but I beg to differ. Every, I'd say, about third game, I get a solo kill in lane at level 1 or 2. The way you get these early solo kills are pretty simple. Like, you just want to auto attack as much as possible, just proc your W, and just make sure that all your Ws are hitting. Exhaust if you have to, flash if you have to. Pop that corrupting potion, which is always going to be your starting item, and you can just chase them down with your mastery of Storm Raiders, and it's so easy to get kills. If you're level 2, of course, get your Q, pop that in, get the stun off, and just chase the fuckers down under tower and kill them. Level 3, boys, is the big turning point for Soul's kit. You have two options. You either want to straight away hard push your lane and roam to either bot or top and get a gank off, or you want to hard push your lane straight away, get a free back in with the movement speed bonus, get back to lane with an item above your opponent, and then get a roam off. After level 3, it's all about roaming and influencing the entire map. It's not about your lane anymore. A key wave clearing ability, guys, that you need to know for pushing out waves efficiently is moving up into the middle of the lane so that your W hits the front wave and the back wave at the same time for a really efficient clear. 2 tips to avoid ganks is using your E to escape. It's pretty simple, pretty basic, just E away and back out. The second is actually using your Q's movement speed to get out. You might have noticed that Caps did this in his Fnatic game the other day, and a lot of casters was like, wow, what the fuck is that Q? But it was actually, if you Q in the direction you want to go, you're going to be getting that extra 10% movement speed, and you're just going to get out a little bit quicker. Now getting into the specifics of Soul, these are the best rune pages versing AP and AD. You'll notice that they're pretty much exactly the same as a Twisted Fate rune page. Going into the Masteries, boys, it's pretty basic. Just copy these down, get that Storm Raiders. It synergizes with Soul so fucking well. You notice it in his kit. It procs all the time, and you just chase them down with your balls. With your skill order, boys, start with the W followed by Q. Then you want to go straight into the E, and that's when you just want to max the W, then Q, finally with your E. Now for your build order, on your first back, you want to get a Dark Seal and boots if you can. Rush the boots. I really like to go boots of speed, but sometimes, like against, say, a Syndra, you need to go those Merc Treads. Then you want to go straight into the GLP, followed by your Rylai's, then your Leandries, and then either Death Cap or Void Staff. Now there's heaps and heaps of exceptions to this build. I've put all the situational items up above. All of these items, like say a Banshees against heavy AP or heavy poke. Aurelion is such a good champion because you can build however the fuck you want pretty much after your your 3 core of Rylai's, Leandries, and your GLP. Now let's talk about the mechanics of his kit. First up, your ultimate actually has a little bit longer of a range than your indicator suggests, only slightly. Next up is that you can actually R-flash to gain range and distance on your ult. Even though animation won't show it, you're gonna grab that extra range. Next up is a standard combo, and it's to make sure that your Q hits with your ultimate. Now you want to press your Q, followed by your ult, and it's just going to guarantee that that Q hits, because sometimes when people are on top of you, say it's auto attack like an Echo, you cannot get your Q on them. So you want to Q, then ult, and they're just going to go straight into your Q for the stun. Next up is using his E efficiently, and you want to pretty much be using this as much as possible throughout the game. Whether it's just be roaming bot lane to get some summoner spells or a kill, or after, say, you roam bot, you can just use it to get straight back to your lane quicker. There's so many options to use it, and you just want to be making sure that you're using it all the time as much as possible. Another great way to use your E is to really set up your Q and the Q range. So say there's a massive objective going down like a Baron or a Dragon, you can get, especially when you max that E out, you can get huge fucking Qs out that just zones the entire area. So for an example of like in this video for Baron, you can just fucking zone the entire area out and they can't do anything about it. Lastly, make sure that you're always aware of your outer limit stars. If you need to flash for a kill, synergize it with your rotation of the stars with your flash so that your W is going to proc instantly when you flash. Next up is team fighting, which is what you want to do mid to late game. It's ultimately your win condition. When in a team fight, you want to be something like a big brother, just looking over your team, sitting right in the middle with your orbs surrounding them so that nobody can get in or out. If the enemy team does try to jump in, just ult them away, zone them away, and keep your AD carry, keep your jungler and whatnot, keep them safe inside of your zone so nobody can get in. Obviously, if you can get a good setup Q, it works. If you can snipe with your R, it also works, but most commonly, you just want to sit right in the middle of your team with your orbs surrounding them. So it just cucks anybody that wants to get in on your carries because you can just zone them away, especially with the Rylai slow. That's Challenge in 3, boys, and thanks for watching us. Challenger in 5, my bad. Fuck. Thanks for watching, boys. I'll see you next time.
Do that, Lucy Lou.